Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my TMNT 4-pack Mirage Comics, aka Jim Lawson art um, review. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself, or introduce my voice rather. Um, this pack means a lot to me, especially like just because of how hard it was to get for me personally. Um, in total, I've probably been around 20 to 22 targets, like no exaggeration, and I did not find them one time. Unfortunately, against what I wanted to do, and I don't think any collector ever wants to like go out of their way and pay scalper price, but thankfully I only paid a roughly like a $30, 35 buck um, overcharge, so it wasn't that bad as opposed to some of the more ridiculous prices I've seen online. But for me personally, it was worth it. I really wanted them. Like I said, I mean, I went at 20. We'll just go with 20 targets looking for these and did not find them at all. I had pretty good luck as far as like the rest of the obviously the other reviews that I have up and some of the other guys. I went to a Target that was roughly an hour away from where I live, and I did find two of the foot soldiers, which those reviews are in progress and they should be up on Friday, hopefully. Um, but yeah, back to these turtles. Obviously, just showcasing how beautiful these things are. I don't think videos or pictures or anything do them enough justice. They just got a good weight to them. For me personally, I feel like the weight of a figure and just how it feels in your hands really pushes the envelope home. I don't think any amount of pictures or videos or you name it, even if you find them on a shelf and you don't take them home and unbox them and have them in your hand, it still doesn't do it enough justice. Like, I'm not the biggest TMNT fan, but these call me a bandwagon or whatever you will. These turtles alone got me into. I don't really read comic books, but I do watch a lot of videos on like lore and comic book history and stuff like that. Especially now that I have them, I feel like really motivated. I'm really into like toy photography, so seeing pieces from comic books, certain fights and whatnot, help inspire me to take figure photos. So it's good for that, and also it's just really interesting seeing. I remember growing up playing this 2000 game. I don't remember what year it came out, but it was Ninja Turtles related, and I like still remember that game vividly, like if I played it yesterday. And so they've always kind of those Ninja Turtles in particular. I think they refer to them as like the 2K3 Turtles. Um, those hold a very special place in my heart. So I really like those designs, like the bulkier design of the turtles. I'm not hating on the original Eastman and Laird's like first appearance turtles. That like they're good enough, but these are definitely a lot better, and they're closer to that, so that's why I like them. But this would bring me into my next point. Like I 10 out of 10. I mean, you can see this from a mile away. I love the figures. The only problem I have with these figures, and I think a lot of the newer figures that are coming out from NECA, is how hard they are to get. I feel like a lot of companies do this to kind of create hype, because I mean, hype brings in new fans like myself. It's like bait, like because they're harder to get, harder to find. Some people might buy it just for that, but I mean, I kind of like the turtles. I like their look. I like the colors. They stand out. Everything about it's really nice. So, for me personally, it wasn't just the hype, but they'll get other people for that. And I feel like that's why they're making these so hard to get. Because from what I know, I follow like a couple Reddit threads of people that are trying to find these also, and there's a lot of people in those said threads that have not found them yet. And I think these have been out for around a month and a half now. So a month and a half for a figure to be out at especially at Target, that's usually pretty good about stocking their stuff. it's pretty, it's pretty disappointing. I hope that if you are a fan of these turtles, you can get them, because I mean it with 100% sincerity. These are like definitely top three figures of 2023, straight off the bat. There's a lot of figures coming that I'm really excited for, but these are just wow, they blew me away. But back to my point, in my opinion, I don't think anything should ever be this hard to get, especially when it's something as popular as like TMNT. If it's like a more obscure comic book, or series, or something small, I don't know his name, but like that Ninja Rabbit dude. I know some of you guys are gonna hate me for not knowing his name, but something like that, having a more limited release, I've always understood. But something as popular as this should be like everywhere. I mean, as a company, that something as popular as this that's gonna make you money, you should have it stocked at every turn. Every single Target should have, I'm there's some NECA releases that are like flooded, that are like 2 or 3 years old, that are still there. But yeah, that's my only pet peeve with this set. Um, I'm just gonna have the footage playing here in the back for your guys' viewing pleasure, just to see what you're looking into if you guys are curious or on the cliff about purchasing these. Personally, I recommend them, but if you can't swing it, or you're not the biggest Ninja Turtles fan, don't do it. I'm not the biggest Ninja Turtles fan, but I really like this set of figures. They just like, as you can see here in the footage, it's just they stand out. I've always thought green was like a color that really captures the eye really well, and just the sculpt, the brown, the shadowing, or the paint work, the comic book detail lines is like it's like a wet dream for any comic book enthusiast, or superhero or geek or anything like that. Um, it's just beautiful. I'm just showing in this clip. It's the Raphael with his hoodie from or whatever you want to call that, from the comic book, just to show that it doesn't really impede the articulation. You can still move the head 360. It's really good. Um, just everything about the figures, articulation wise, I mean, to be expected. Turtles they are Ninja Turtles, so innate they should be a little more articulated than your average figure, which they are. For what they are, and my personal opinion and likes and dislikes of figures, they have damn near none. And this is all obviously subjective to each person, but I couldn't recommend this set anymore. I fell in love with these the minute I saw them online, and they're just 100% beautiful, 10 out of 10 without a doubt. If you're looking for these, I would keep my hopes up. They might restock them, but other than that, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Any feedback, letting me know how the audio sounds, or if I'm saying too much, is much appreciated. But other than that, take care and have a blessed day.